Welcome. In today's video, I'm going to install the rear tire, adjust the belt, install the shocks, and redo the front fender. So I'm going to sand that all down, get it back down the middle, sand the saddlebag covers and that tall pack rear light, get that thing stripped down. Wow, I am beat. I have to say though, it's been a productive day. Sanding is something I'm not thrilled about. I mean, I'll do it because I need to do it to get these parts ready. But anyway, I tried hand sanding that clear coat and it just wasn't looking good to me. So I decided just to sand it down and start from scratch. So the front fender is sanded, the 2 saddlebag covers are done, the rear light housing for the top pack is pretty much done. I was using that plastic weld stuff because this had a crack in here, and this side too had a crack in it. Seems pretty good. Now it's only been an hour since it's been sitting here, and it seems pretty sturdy, so I don't want to mess around with it too much. Now you saw me put some of that stuff, that plastic weld, on the back of these bolts, and that's to hold these bolts in place. This housing here is all cracked in some areas, and the bolts weren't staying in anymore. All I needed to do is to hold the bolts in place so we can get the nuts back on when we put this back on the tall pack. I know it looks rough. Everything looks rough because it's obviously everything is rough. I do have to come back with like 300 grit and go over all this stuff, get it nice and smooth and ready for primer. As of right now, the only thing I got left to do is the 2 bags themselves, the top cover to the tall pack, and then the tall pack's going to need some serious work. I don't know if you remember, but there's a crack on the side that I need to fix with fiberglass. I've been covering the bike up with some old blankets when I do any sanding in the garage or when I paint. That way I don't get any dust or any paint on the bike. The other thing we did was we got that rear wheel back on, got the belt adjusted, and got the shocks put in place. I noticed that with those shocks in place like that, I can't get a socket on the axle for the rear tire. So I had to remove the lower bolts from the shocks to get the shocks out of the way, just to tighten that axle up. The shocks need to be adjusted, so once the bike's all together and all the parts are back on it, I'll be able to adjust those. I hope they give me a better ride than those stock air shocks did. Today I received the seals for the front forks, so I want to say that's going to be my next item that we're going to put together, but I still got to get these other pieces sanded and ready for paint too. I don't know. We might do the forks, we might do that. I don't know. We'll see when I come back to the shop. If you guys and gals want to click over to your next video, top right hand corner, if it's posted, it'll be up there. If not, you all take care, ride safe, and God bless.